I've always considered myself an abstract painter. I guess it's because I'm interested in the elemental qualities of the world around us, colours, shapes, textures, all that sort of stuff. But it's true to say that landscape does inform the work. But it happens as the painting goes on rather than starting off with the thought of a landscape and abstracting it. It's really the other way round. Drawing in the landscape is something I've been doing for a long time, sitting quietly and looking. I'm looking, I guess, for the rhythms of the landscape, the structures, the flow of it. And these drawings sit in the book sometimes for years without anything happening to them. Then I'll flick through and the memories of the place will come up and I'll do more drawings from the drawings. There's a lot of horizontality in the current paintings, and I guess that's really reflective of landscape. Landscape and seascapes have that sense of the horizontal. There's always an eye level, there's always an horizon. And I like the way that those layers get repeated even below and above the ground, with geological layers and the layers of the atmosphere. I particularly like the marginal, often liminal nature of earth, sea and sky, and the transience of the weather. Colours are never figurative, in the sense that they don't echo a place, but they sometimes come together in certain ways so that a painting starts to feel as though it has some sort of integrity, some resonance, a sort of link with a memory or an idea of a place. The actual painting uses a process called encaustic, which is basically beeswax heated up and oil paint dissolved in it. It's an ancient medium. The oil paint cures and hardens, but for quite a while it remains malleable. You can reheat it, rework it. So once I put a layer down, I can cut into it. I can overpaint it very quickly, score into it, paint over it again, scrape it off, and it'll leave traces of earlier marks. I can even remelt the bits I've taken off. Some are very beautiful shapes that can be re-embedded, recycled in subsequent work. All of this gives the painting a kind of an archaeological feel to me too. The process of encaustic is a bit like cooking, which I'm very fond anyway, the stirring up, the heating up, the adding of ingredients. When I come into the studio, although I may think that I know what I'm doing, I know from experience that I don't really know what's going to happen next. In some ways that may be a little disturbing because you're always wondering whether the painting is going to run out of steam or whether you are. Each painting has a will of its own. But it's very important to know that when you leave the studio at the end of the day, you've got something that you just didn't expect. I like the fact that the painting is going to surprise me. Some days you think, this is appalling, what on earth am I doing this for? This is no job for a grown-up person. And other days you're quite elated by putting one colour, one mark next to another. And you don't know why it works, and often you don't know why something doesn't work. It's an act of faith in many ways.